Dude, welcome back to the Dude Sports Podcast. I'm your host, PC, and we got another great episode for you today. Dynamic Duo is here, like we always are. We will be here every single week for you guys because the other two guys, well, they're all doing their own things. But we got your sports, especially after, big game. We have basketball. We got our Final Four in there. Some of us are excited, some of us are not.
I didn't see KU on there.
I didn't either, but I didn't see Duke there either. But we'll get there. We'll get there for sure, 100%. But main man for way out west. How's old Seattle? How's that? You saw you at the
Oh my
UFC
goodness,
fights
what a weekend. So we went on Friday and we saw the weigh-ins, exciting. And then we went on Saturday, we saw the fights, exciting. Some of the craziest things happened. And then I don't know if you caught the Dana White. I should have said it to the Doozy Sports chat because everyone needs to see this. Dana White's post-fight press conference on Saturday. Did you see that? Oh my gosh, he started swearing. He started like fucking talking about blowing John Jones. It was crazy. I swear to God, he used those words. He goes, "Everyone acts like I'm blowing John Jones." It's like, what are you talking about, Dave?
That's the face of the UFC right there.
And he is talking about it like that. And then we were joking during the fight about how Terrence McKinney, who got the knockout win, we'll get into the entire card, but he has 8 first round knockouts and he hasn't gotten a performance of the night. And how all those guys won't get performance of the night, but Aiden Ross will get a $500,000, $500,000 blackjack hand from Dana.
It's gonna be pretty great for him.
Yeah, I mean, whatever, man. And then we had baseball opening weekend, opening day, opening night. Some weird things there with Netflix and that kind of stuff. But then went to the Mariners game today. Got home early. I don't know. Did they combine with the no hitter? Or did they just get the shutout victory? The MLB side. But we were at the game. We had to leave. It was freezing cold. They had the roof on. It was raining all day today. Let's look at the box score. And they did get a couple of hits at the end. But Cole Emerson, good start by him. We'll talk about more baseball. The Mets are the best team in baseball. Place your bets now. This is the best odds you'll get. And Kansas City Royals. I didn't know you could lose by 4. I mean, Jesus Christ.
If you bring your closer in up 4-0, you think, oh, this will be great, and then they end up giving up 6 runs in the bottom of the ninth. It's the best. But hey, I guess that's what it is about clinging on to baseball. As you guys like every single pitch, it all matters. So,
oh my gosh,
that's pretty bad. But we'll get to MLB. Let's talk. We'll talk.
Hello, folks.
college
basketball start first.
Yeah, we'll talk college basketball here first.
It's baseball season. I don't know why.
It's not baseball season quite yet.
It's baseball season.
No,
baseball season has
baseball
started.
Season
what are you
talking?
It's already football season. The UFL's on. What are we even talking about this shit for? You know what? Everybody is talking about expanding playoffs. Why don't we shorten playoffs? How about you just give it to the number 1 regular season team and you call it a fucking day? I don't understand all this stuff with expanded playoffs. And, let's play Siena and let's have a whole bunch of tough games and all this stuff. It doesn't make any sense. We already knew who the best team was.
Obviously
the best team was already chosen. If U of M wins it, I mean, who the fuck cares?
Arizona what happens to Arizona wins
Oh, my goodness. Caleb's Love still on that team.
Dan Hurley goes 3 out of 4.
Caleb Love might be coaching UNC next year, actually.
Probably, honestly.
But I mean, yeah, I do love all these KU and UNC fans who came at me today. Like they don't have their own problems to deal with.
Hey, man,
Duke is fine.
Duke is fine. Taking it from your ass.
Duke is fine.
Finally lose on a buzzer beater, just like Kansas did in the round of 32.
I know, and I thought about that as soon as it happened. Well, it wasn't a buzzer beater. That was the other thing.
It's close,
I don't know how was that timeout wouldn't have brought it to mid
No, you have to
mid court.
get across half court anyways, but the minimum amount of time to shoot the ball like cleanly from out of bounds is 0.4. There's 0.3 left on the clock.
No, they gave him 0.4. They gave him 0.4. It was 0.3 before the timeout, and then
they would have had to. Yeah, it'd been really crazy if they were able to get a shot. But that's like you touching it, being able to throw it up, and Laettner,
you could do. Who was that? Jay Crowder. Did Jay Crowder fake?
No, Jay Crowder threw it up, and then they dunked it, and it was like an alley-oop play. But that was that was a while ago. But yeah, let's go through the Sweet 16 here. We will finish off with that's the East region because that's what we're going to talk about the most. Let's start off in that West region. Arizona beat the brakes off of Arkansas, 109-88 in the Sweet 16. Okay, I've been on this train that the SEC is actually trash. Like the SEC is not a good conference this year. I don't know why the total glaze by the NCAA and all these old guys who say they know basketball, giving them 10 teams in the NCAA tournament, and the furthest one that got there was Tennessee, which is Elite Eight, which was, by the way, like a fifth.
Did Auburn win the NIT too?
I don't know, but the SEC, Tennessee, Elite Eight, get smoked by Michigan. We'll talk about that in a little while. But the SEC is terrible. There's no defense. Darius Acuff Jr., phenomenal player to watch. Arizona scored 109 points by going 3 for 7. Or no, excuse me, it was 4 for 7 from 3. They shot 7 threes and still almost scored 110 points. The SEC does not have any defense. Darius Acuff Jr. going to be really great pro, top 5 draft pick for sure. Always was really fun to watch under John Calipari. We'll see what Arkansas does. They still have a chance for Tyron Stokes. I've heard that he's probably going to Kansas, but again, nothing is set until he says. So maybe
Wait, where else could he go? Arkansas?
Yeah, it was Kentucky, but
being
now
a
it's
Calipari
Arkansas.
kid?
Yeah, Calipari.
What, did he just learn that Calipari has been in Arkansas?
Well, I think Kentucky wasn't going to pay him what he wants, and Arkansas has that Tyson Foods money.
On 24/7 right now, it says Oregon. It doesn't even have.
I was pretty sure it said Arkansas and Kansas. I might be wrong. That'd be true too. But Arizona wins. Breeze, Koa Pete, great game. Barry's great game. Just just a beat down by Tommy Lloyd's team. On the other side of that bracket, Texas, another SEC team, gets Purdue barely escapes against them. 79-77. Trey Coffin-Wren had a rebound on a final shot to put it in with 0.3 seconds left. Texas gave them all they wanted, but Purdue was able to survive and advance. That's the name of the game of the tournament. So that's matched up against Arizona and Purdue, which was a really exciting match at the beginning. Actually, Purdue was up going into halftime. When the second half happened, Arizona's defense totally locked them down. It seemed like Koa Pete finally really got going. Barry started to shoot a little bit more. And they finally seemed to look like their normal selves on the offensive end. Defense locked down, so it ended up being pretty much a blowout, 79-64. Arizona, the best team in the Big 12, going on to the Final Four. Any thoughts, reactions on any of those games? Maybe for us, I know you probably weren't tuned in as much at those games as probably those other ones, but
the Friday game or the Saturday games?
Yeah, it was Thursday and Saturday.
Yeah. So on Thursday, yes, Arkansas. I had them in my finals, so I mean both the teams in my finals are now out. But Arizona, I do think there are some chinks in the armor. I think that they were just scoring. They didn't even shoot any threes. It was crazy. Arkansas, I think there are some chinks in the armor as far as Arizona. I think the national championship really is this Final Four matchup between Arizona and Michigan.
Agree.
UConn, Illinois. We're gonna get a little ahead of myself. The Iowa game and the Nebraska game, both Iowa, cool run by them. I don't know if we talked about Isaiah Howard.
Quite yet.
And what other game did you mention? The St. John
Texas, Purdue, and then then Purdue beat them, and then Arizona, Arkansas, and then Arizona beating the brakes off of Purdue.
Oh yeah, well,
yeah, it was a good season.
I don't know. Yeah, Arizona just outscores their opponents, and I know, obviously, but it's crazy. They're putting up 100 when the other team's putting up 90, and they're only putting up 80 when the other team's putting up 60.
Yeah.
So it's fucking kind of, yeah.
They kind of match what their opponent does and does it better than what they normally do, which is pretty impressive on Arizona's part. We'll see them in the Final Four against Michigan, who ended up beating Alabama 90-77. Michigan's two bigs are really great. Mara, and then Lindenborg, Yaxel, who's actually 6'9", is kind of playing 2 for them. They're just heavily loaded. Elliot Cadeau, great guard for them. They end up winning 90-77, just completely dismantling and stopping Alabama's 3-point shot. Alabama did not have their second leading scorer in Ian Holloway after the drug charges. He wasn't allowed to travel with the team, but was not allowed to play. But that was a big lost to Alabama, especially on their shooting and 3-point shooting, and that really affected them in that Sweet 16 game. Tennessee, big upset over Iowa State. Wish K-Stout was here. He'd be like, here's K-Stout right now. So we're not talking about the Royals, we're not talking about the Chiefs, but I've been saying since day one that Iowa State's going to find a way to choke in the end. They end up finding a way to choke against Tennessee. Nate Ahmet, another really high-class freshman who's going to be probably not a top 5 pick, but a top 10 pick this year. They just outboarded them, and then without Joshua Jefferson, that was a huge loss for Iowa State. They couldn't get enough offense going through Monohilovic, and Tennessee was able to just barrel roll through them on the interior with Akawa and company there. So they end up moving on to play Michigan, who just beat the brakes off of Tennessee. Getting back to my point, the SEC's trash. Their best team to make it out of the bracket was the Elite Eight and getting blown out by a Michigan team. And then if you want to say your second best was either Alabama or Texas, or Arkansas, all of them got blown out. They had 4 teams in the Elite
Arizona's a Pac-12 school, so you can't.
No, they're a Big 12
Big
school.
12.
They're a Big 12 school.
No.
They're not a Pac-12 school. The Pac-12 has their own new conference coming up in 26, 27. So they're not even.
You just answered your own question right there.
They're not even in the Pac-12. There's a different Pac-12. They're not a Pac-12
No,
team.
soon, not even right now.
So Duke is a Missouri Valley team because they started there. What are we talking about?
The Pac-12 is totally different. And if we're looking at like true Pac-12 or true Big 12 teams, the SEC has went farther.
No.
Yes.
No. Congrats. They were a Pac-12 team. Okay, they have Iowa State, who was on the same level as the SEC.
We got Arkansas.
Or Houston, who was on the same level as the SEC.
Texas
went on a nice run.
Yeah.
They're in the Big 12.
And the fucking Big East, honestly. You haven't said anything about your Big East.
Well, I haven't gotten there yet. I'm going to say
that one under the rug.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, well, we're definitely not going to. We're definitely going to talk about the Big East and what happened there in the Elite Eight game.
They brought it up at the Mariners game. But it's like, what the fuck?
Well, that's what happened. Sorry, I can't control what you're doing with your life.
But we already beat Michigan. If Michigan beats Arizona, it's so rigged, it's ridiculous. No one could watch that Michigan game. It was crazy against Michigan.
Let's go to the South real quick before we do talk about that Big East matchup that we keep alluding to. Iowa, our boy Isaiah Howard, they made it all the way to the Elite Eight, beat Nebraska on a last-second 3 by Fulgaris. What a shot! What a game! Ends up moving on to the Elite Eight, where they played Illinois, where they stopped Houston. Houston couldn't quite get the offense going. Actually, couldn't get it going at all. Shot like 25% from the field. Just a terrible way to go out. And then Illinois ends up beating Iowa 71-59. Weird shot clock buzzer thing going on in the first half. But, Illinois has really great shooters. Iowa, great story, even though it didn't, you're hoping it ends in a Final Four or a national championship. But going to the Elite Eight as a 9 seed, pretty remarkable stuff there. Shout out to our boy Isaiah. Actually, I think we're going to have him on the pod here maybe next week, which will be really cool to see, get another interview with him, see the transition from Drake to Iowa through this miraculous run to the Elite Eight. That'll be definitely exciting and definitely something you should watch. But Illinois does move on. That makes 2 Big Ten teams in the Final Four. Big Ten obviously establishes themselves as the best basketball conference this year. But 2 teams in the Final Four. Been saying that for a while. I was on the Big 12 train for a while. Then just kind of switched to the Big Ten, where they just demonstrated that they were that good. Keaton Wagler and all these Europeans are fun and scary to watch. They get their offense rolling. That's kind of what happened against Iowa. What are your thoughts? Did you see any Iowa stuff or anything going on in those games?
Yeah, the game's on Saturday. This last Saturday, yesterday, I wasn't able to see because of the fights going on. Was getting a few updates. It was kind of weird what happened with that horn. I'm not totally sure what that whole ordeal was, but now we're looking at Iowa. Now, kind of just hanging out now, and then Illinois in the Final Four. It was weird. I'd like to see the numbers on this, because the other side of the bracket, the ones I get it. Michigan, they didn't have to play fucking anybody. Arizona, they're pretty good, I guess. But then on the other side, this was the side. It's all fucked up. I don't think
Duke
how many
got
people
the
had
draw by being the number 1 seed.
All right. Well, Yeah, I mean, you got UConn and Illinois. I would like to see the numbers on who had them in their Final Four. Can't hear you.
Yeah, I know.
Nope, can't hear you. Well,
There it goes. Yeah, I still
cool.
unplugged the wrong thing. Yeah, we'll wait and see. I mean, I agree, and I'll take this, and we can talk Duke now. Um, Duke ends up beating St. John's 80-75 in really great classic form. Caleb Foster comes back. Kind of cool to see him
Wow.
back.
I
He
mean,
really went off
not
for
kind
them.
of cool. Like, I mean, that's insane.
He won.
Take
Yeah,
the jersey off of him.
after
That's a
three
pretty crazy
after
thing.
3 weeks after surgery, he comes back and is a real contributor into that win of the game against St. John's. And then UConn played Michigan State and handled them pretty easily. Tom Izzo's team, really fun to watch, but Dan Hurley in the tournament is just unbelievable. And then finally, we get to the Elite Eight matchup of Duke versus UConn. Duke in the lead the entire game, up 17 at one
No,
point.
they were leading 2-0. UConn scored the
Okay,
first basket.
sorry. Throughout the majority of the game, Duke is
Yeah.
up. Duke's up 17 at one point. UConn slowly starts coming back, only down two. Caden Boozer just trying to make a play, trying to get the ball out of his hands.
Mm.
I mean, if you want to say he should have held on to it, there's a valid argument to that, but that's hard in that moment. Ball gets deflected, goes back, ends up in Braylon Roland's hand. Really deep three, not a great shot unless there's 2 seconds left on the
That's
clock.
not a good shot. That's not a
And
good shot.
drains it. Ends up ending Duke's year this year. A loss of 73-72. Ends up in the same spot as Kansas. Big old loser side. That's all that matters. But
Two
Shire,
rungs further.
great season.
And our coach is 40 years younger and has a heart that works.
You
I
know
mean,
what?
this is not the same
It
situation.
is the same
What?
situation. It's the same situation.
This is not the same
Did
situation.
you win the whole thing?
That's like saying the Jets and the Chiefs are in the same situation.
We
I don't
were at
say
the end
that
of
at
the
the end of
season.
the season.
Because they
No,
lost.
no, they're not. They're not even close.
Don't compare Kansas to the Jets. We're not the Jets. We're not even close to the Jets.
Well, fucking
We've won a
Siena
national
put up more
championship
of a
in
fight.
2022. Last time you won it in a decade.
Yeah, and your guy's about to die.
But we'll see about that. He'll come back. Put a cyborg
What,
heart
with a
in him.
robot heart?
Yeah,
Oh my
Terminator,
goodness.
bro. That's how it's gonna be with him. No, but anyways, Duke. Look,
I don't know if you want
the
him.
ceiling, number
This,
one
get
overall.
Kyle on here. Do you
Never-
guys do you even want him with the cyborg heart?
No, we don't want to talk to K-Stell about any of this stuff because he kind of wants everybody, just the whole university, to burn down and our basketball team not even be a thing anymore. He'd rather not have a basketball team than lose. But you know what? That's K-Stell for you. He
Jalen
can't defend
Daniels.
that at all. But okay. Let's talk Duke real quick, okay? All jokes aside, okay? Elite Eight run, obviously not the way you wanted it to end after being the number one overall team going into the NCAA tournament, but losing on a buzzer beater on a really bad shot. What's the thought process after reflecting of this year and everything? I know it's still kind of fresh and raw. Next week we can maybe get into a little bit more, but just want to see your overall thoughts on this team and how the year as a fan.
Yeah. It was a good Duke team. Lots of fun storylines. I think Shire's an incredible coach.
There's no denying that. There's no denying.
I'm not worried about that. I don't think that there's like some sort of anything there. Yeah, I think we're good. We're fine. On it now it's like we're gonna get a bunch of 5 stars. I'm gonna have to learn a whole bunch of new kids' names and all this stuff. It's kind of the problem with Duke, being a Duke fan. Honestly, I'd like to take my time to talk about Syracuse. I think Syracuse is going to be really fun next year. I think they're going to be a tournament team. That's always more fun. I do like rooting for the underdogs. I just like to get a championship every once in a while. That's pretty much what my Duke fandom is.
Yeah.
And they didn't mission not accomplished this season. That's absolutely for sure. Regular season champs, congrats, and they were ACC champs and all that good stuff. But I mean, I'm not too worried about anything when it comes to Duke. I think we're going to be in the same position next year. I mean, we're fighting for Elite Eights. Anything sooner would have sucked. I think the St. John's game was good. That was a pretty good game. I don't know. Maybe something that I'd like to see is a come from behind victory. Duke's had close wins. I don't know about like come from behind. I guess St. John's a little bit. They were trailing for a slight bit of that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens with Duke. I mean, it is college isn't like isn't professional where especially Duke when you're gonna have all these one and dones.
Yeah.
I mean it's as long as Shire's at the helm, I think I'm okay here.
Yeah, you'll be. I think you'll be fine. They had a great season. You know, it sucks the way it ends, but yeah, like you said, they're gonna get brand new 5 stars in, and it's gonna be great for them. And you're gonna learn new players and whatnot.
We're doing a
But
pretty good job as far as blue bloods and the NIL goes.
yeah, they'll be
It's
plenty
kind of been
fine.
like a weird thing with these like who are they? Illinois, Michigan. Like these are not schools that are typically
Well,
like
Michigan's
very
got a
big.
big bag. They're actually a pretty big
Well, that's the
basketball.
thing. But I'm saying that like
They
historically
got the right
basketball, and they
coach
had the
there,
Fab
Dusty
Five and all that
Rivers.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, like Nebraska finally showing up in college basketball. Like there's some stuff weird that's happening, and like you have these schools like Kentucky who are really struggling. KU, I mean, I get that we're always pro KU here and all that stuff, but I mean they haven't
No,
done
they haven't since the
the
NIL has
NIL.
been 100%. Yeah,
And,
getting the
and and
player.
Duke has really done. I mean, really, it was UNC that was like the only school I was worried about. Now they're fucking trying to figure
Dead
out
the
their own
water
shit.
now. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I mean,
They're
who
gonna get
knows?
Todd Golden. Hopefully,
Retiring Caleb Wilson's number is so crazy.
maybe it might be
Yeah,
the
who's the
maybe
guy?
maybe
Will
Duke
Wade
will
goes to
retire
LSU.
Caleb Foster's number.
I don't think so. Nick Howard said that, so probably not going to happen.
Yeah, that guy says he doesn't know anything. I think that guy was off looking for
Talk
lava
about Will
rocks.
Wade.
Will Wade and LSU, you know, it is what it is. Really screwing NC State there. But I mean,
Isn't his
when it
buyout
calls,
more money than he made this year or something?
I have no idea what his buyout was probably insane, but I have no idea. LSU was gonna pay him a bunch of money, and he was gonna go there. He got taken out of LSU because of things that don't matter anymore. So like it's like totally different now. So it's unfortunate for NC State. I guess it's good for LSU, but I mean, maybe Howard will actually have a sports team worth talking about for once in our careers of
Fred's
being
lost.
dudes in sports. Yeah, I mean he's got the Cardinals who suck. He's got the Titans who suck. The Predators who suck. Maybe that'll be the team that'll finally turn it around. Maybe it'll be Xavier. Actually, he might just pick a new team. I could see him just.
Oh,
Totally
imagine
picking a new
that.
team. Just like picking a new team. It's like I don't like that team.
Look at a new country.
Yeah.
Motherfucker skips country.
Yeah, he's like, actually, I'm really cheering for this soccer team in Venezuela. I'm actually cheering for everybody except for the United States.
Oh, Mo
in the World
Salah is
Baseball
leaving
Club.
Liverpool too.
Yeah. He's in the. He's in for it to turn around for him at some point. I mean, I've been saying that.
Well, sometimes it doesn't ever. Actually,
Yeah.
actually, sometimes it just gets worse.
But we'll see how the Final Four goes. I agree with maybe from way out west his statement saying that the national championship is kind of Michigan, Arizona. I think Illinois or
No. I said the national champion is Duke, and we should get rid of the whole tournament.
Well,
I want
know
that
that's
to be
what you
clear.
said.
That was my official take. I don't want you saying you agree with me that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you play the tournament for the reason. It's the whole point they have a tournament. So I mean, like it is what it is. I mean, Duke didn't play Arizona, didn't
Kansas
play
can lump
Illinois.
in, and you and K Stelk could have more shit to talk about for 2 weeks.
Wait, we need stuff to talk about, okay? I'm not going to watch baseball that often. You guys are all fan fest over every
It was
pitch.
freezing today. It was 40 degrees. Freezing rain. People were sitting up in the 300s outside the roof.
No thanks. No thanks. But yeah, we'll see how the Final Four goes. UConn, Illinois, Arizona, Michigan. Maybe if way out west, probably not going to give me an answer, so I'll give you mine. I think Arizona's going to win the whole thing. I just think that they're the most complete team. If they get past Michigan, I'm not worried about UConn or Illinois. But Illinois get really hot with Keegan Wagler, and they've demonstrated that they can be really great teams. Illinois has actually already beaten Michigan this year, so it's going to be really interesting. Again, I don't really have any faith in UConn, but Dan Hurley continues to prove me wrong, so we'll have to wait and see. Are you going to give a prediction, or are you just going to go, I don't really care, it's baseball
If I could give it to Dan Hurley, so then we lost to the national champs, and it'll piss you off. And
you know what? First loser.
yeah, you'd want to lose to the national champs. I mean, you're by the transitive property, you guys would have lost to the national champs too. 3 rounds over.
First loser. It doesn't matter. No one gives a shit.
Well, then they lost to St. John's.
2 years.
Patino got re-signed today.
Patino
Patino through 2030. Is that motherfucker going to be still be alive in 2030?
Wouldn't even care. All right. We
There's
did.
no way that college basketball is your thing. There's no way that you're gonna. It's like the Jets and the Chiefs. And I know you said don't compare the KU to the Jets, but I mean you guys got an aging coach who
No, let's not
not
even.
worried.
Let's
Rear
not
view.
even.
I don't even
No,
think there's a
no.
school in the Big
I don't know
12.
why
Like
you're
I said,
comparing this.
Pac-12
You should actually
Arizona.
do it to Duke because they haven't won a championship in a decade.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, what? We're really gonna care about all this Final Four stuff? Congrats for Blue Bloods. You don't win a national championship. It doesn't matter. It doesn't get remembered. What are we talking about here? Are we praising
I
fourth
remember
place,
him.
eighth place? Congrats.
I remember when Zion blew out his shoe.
Yeah, I
I
do
was
too.
there.
I was honestly pretty happy at that point. We did have another sports season start off this week. Officially, we had opening day, opening week happened here for baseball. I know the main man for Way Out West and other dudes are excited about this. I am kind of getting into it a little bit
Let's
more.
go Mets.
Yep, he's totally transitioned from that Duke to Let's Go Mets instead of Let's Go Duke.
It's been
Let's Go
baseball
Mets.
season for months. You guys just didn't know it yet.
So opening
I know
week,
you were so pro Duke. I want that on the record as well. Like you were so pro Duke. Like you were talking. Like you'd get on like sad every week and be like, "Well, Duke's the best team." Your little Eeyore
yeah. What do you want
routine.
me to do? What do you want me to do? Oh my
Well, that's
God,
the
Duke! I'm
thing.
not K
Is
Still.
that
I'm not
like
gonna go there
I
and
was
actually
actually
be
pretty
like
anti Duke. Like I'm a Duke fan. I want Duke to win.
K-Stel
I
was all
want the
over you.
fucking
He was
Jets
like,
to
"Oh
win.
my gosh, anything you say is the best thing ever." Oh
Well,
my
because I was
God.
actually
Oh my
I
God.
think I was more realistic about Duke. Like, yeah, this Duke team it was
I was
better than
calling the
last
best team
year's
in the
team.
nation. That's what they were at the
I'm all
time.
well, yeah. I said the dude, fucking Jets are gonna win. They're gonna be 9-8 next year. They're gonna be fucking toilet bowl. I'm always overblow my team's proportions, but I feel like you were higher on Duke than I. Oh, I mean that Michigan win was really
It was
exciting
no,
for me, but
it was
I
no.
don't.
That was a win.
I don't think Michigan is that good. Is really my thing.
Man, those two bigs are real. I mean, having that much size on the
But
floor is huge.
okay, maybe against another team, but just Duke was able to handle them. Like they were, and then they complain in the media afterwards. Like I don't like this Michigan team very much at all.
It is what it is. Hey, but you can always start looking towards next year, like I have been for the next week. But we'll talk a little bit baseball here. I'm not gonna go too much into
I
it.
guess
I'm
so.
not really
Just looking at this
that
fucking
huge
fucked
thing.
up bracket. My bracket started so good, man. It
How it
started
happens
so
every
good.
year.
Like RIP, it lasted like 12 hours where I was like, I am the smartest man on the face of the earth.
Let's talk baseball. You could. Why don't you go highlight through what you want to highlight, and then I'll talk a little Royals. I haven't really. I'm not going to be the guy to keep up on everyday baseball things.
Opening
Just my
night, the
team,
Yankees got fucking blew out
the
the
Giants,
Giants.
right?
Logan Webb stunk it up. Then we move on to Thursday, which was opening day. And the Pittsburgh Pirates and Paul Skeens had a stink fest. Gave up 5 runs in
In
the
the
first
first
inning
inning.
after having 2 runs in the top of the first. And we're like, oh, fucking Freddie Peralta, what the fuck? And then it's actually, whoa, Paul Skeens, what the fuck? And we can talk
Let's go
about
to O'Neill Cruz. What the fuck?
O'Neill Cruz in center field. And
How do you do
he
that?
wore sunglasses today. He didn't have sunglasses on. Maybe
Yeah.
he was, I don't know, Jupiter, Florida, or I don't, or the, well, I don't know. Maybe Pittsburgh's probably down in Florida. I don't know if they're in grapefruit or
Yeah, I
cactus,
don't know.
but they're probably down in Florida. I don't know if the sun was different or whatever. New York. I mean, he kind of figured it out today. He didn't do too bad today out in center field. But yeah, Skeens got pulled, brought his career total above 2 for the first time in his career, I believe. So kind of cool that the Mets did that. Opening day, exciting for the Mets. You can take the Mets team, and we can talk about this. Like, you just want me to do my whole Mets little thing,
Yeah, might as well. Then
the whole series.
I'll brief
All
the
right,
Royals a little bit, but
yeah, so you got the Mets opening up their opening series. They're going against the Pirates. Obviously, Crush Skeens in the top of the first inning. He gets pulled after 2/3. And then you got Freddie Peralta, who did pretty decent. He did give up another run after that 2 spot in the first inning. Pretty good all around by the Mets. Carson Bench hit a home run. First rookie to do that on opening day this year. He just sneaked that one in.
have to.
And then pretty much immediately after that, you had fucking what's his name for the Cardinals, JJ Weatherholt, who we almost saw at K Stelt's wedding. And then we've got Murakami for the White Sox, who's really hot right now. He's got 3 home runs in 3 games. You also have this young kid for Cleveland who didn't do much today, but in his first 3 games of the season, he had 4 home runs. So that was pretty cool. Um, so back to the Mets. We've got Bo Bichette at third. We've got Brett Beatty DHing. We've got Polanco at first. We've got Luis Robert in center. Luis Robert, probably the best addition of all the new guys. He's looked really good. Freddie Peralta looked good as well. Then we look at the bullpen. We got guys like Devin Williams, guys like Luke Weaver. Um, Small appearances, but I think they're doing okay. I guess the worst player on the Mets is Sean Manaea. He got his first action today and got shelled. Um, you could sort the Mets by salary, and it'll give you a list on the worst to best players, and in the wrong order. It's kind of ridiculous. You got all these young kids that are killing it, and then we keep on paying these old guys, and they're struggling to begin the season. Lindor had more hits today than he had his first 5 seasons with the Mets in the month of March. So in the month of March, he had 2 hits his first 5 years as a Met. Not 2 hits per year. In his first 5 years, in the month of March, he had 2 hits. And today he had 2 hits, and we're in the tail end of March. So I mean, not much to say. What do you get? 4 games in March every
Yeah,
year? It's
something
not
like
like
that.
that
Yeah.
crazy. He just kind of starts out slow, and it's whatever. I mean, he did have that Hamate injury, the Hamate bone. Nick Howard talked about that a couple weeks ago. Go back and watch that. But all in all, I think the Mets look really good. They're poised to make a strong run. I'm excited to see them. As far as other highlights, we mentioned Murakami, the White Sox, the Brewers. They got shelled today. Brandon Sproat made his debut for the Brewers. Former Met, he was the trade that got us Freddie Peralta. Him and Jet Williams, who started the season in AAA. We got the Nationals and the Cubs. I think not much to say there. The ivy in Chicago is like really gross. I don't get it. It's like gross. Um, Twins, Orioles, rough start, a lot of strikeouts on their team. I guess like their GM said some stuff about like wanting to get rid of strikeouts or something. Don't know why you signed Pete Alonso then. These Mets do not strike out. Forgot to mention that. A lot of walks. Jorge Polanco has like 11 walks in his first 3 games, like something crazy like that. Um, Red Sox, Reds. Crochet, he's a really good pitcher, guys. If you guys didn't know, and then the Reds, Eugenio Suarez, CB Buckner. That was kind of funny. That was yesterday. He got rung up on 2 straight pitches, and he ABS'd both of them, and he was right on both of them, and he ended up walking. So 2-2 count, pitch, strike three, you're out, sit down. He's like, no, actually, that was a ball. Okay, yeah, you're right. It was a ball. 3-2 count. Strike three, that was definitely a strike. Sit down. Actually, check that one. Okay, that was a ball too. Take your base. But ABS, Angels, Astros. I think we're seeing the last greatness of Mike Trout. We'll see if he can keep it through the whole season, but he's looked really good so far. Tigers, Padres, Scooble, he's pretty good. Padres, we'll see what they can do with that just giant payroll. I mean, that's what I'm afraid the Mets are going to turn into. Just keep on paying these guys like 20-year deals that don't age well. Rays, Cardinals. You've got the Rays and the Cardinals, both kind of struggle bus, and then you got Weather Holt making his debut. Rangers, Phillies. Sixto Sanchez is like really good, I guess too. He's probably going to win the Cy Young. And in the Rangers, Brandon Nimmo still uses the sledgehammer in the on deck circle. Diamondbacks, Dodgers. Dodgers, I guess, are going to win it all. Blah, 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 whatever, whatever. We got Kyle Tucker at home. His name's Carson Bench. Guardians, Mariners. Like I said, that kid on the on the Guardians, Chase Luca or something. He had 4 home runs in his first 3 games. And then we can move on to the teams that made their debuts on Friday, the third opening day. We got the Rockies, Marlins. That's even double struggle bus. Athletics, Blue Jays. Athletics are starting the game with Kurtz. He's their leadoff hitter. I
Yes.
mean, I
Yeah.
think that's kind of weird,
Yeah.
but he's a really good player. Um, Angels, Astros. Oh, we already talked about them. Padres already talked about them. Diamondbacks. All right, we're back to the Braves and the Royals. What do we got?
Yeah, they went 1-2 in the series. They didn't hit it all, obviously, in the first game, getting shut out, and then they started to really piece it together in the second. But had they're up 4-0 in the bottom of the ninth, and end up giving up 2 runs, bases loaded, grand slam, walk off. Esteves' ERA right now, I think, is at 32, which is pretty unbelievable. They lose that game, but then they avoid the sweep today, winning 4-1. The bats started to get going a little bit. The pitching staff has
Carter
struggled.
Jensen.
Yeah, Carter Jensen got the home run today for some of those pickup guys. We'll see. Vinny kind of struggling in the very beginning part. Jack had his feet wet there today. We'll have to wait and see, obviously. But the Braves are a really good team. Braves are like a playoff contending team. And even though they went 1-2 against them, they could have gone or should have gone 2-1 against them. But I guess that is the beauty of baseball. But again, long season, 162 games. Can't really dwell on it, but I guess that's the magic of what baseball is, to hang on every pitch, as they say. So, yeah. Anything else for MLB? You want to move on to the Seattle card?
Yeah, that's kind of it.
All right, we'll move on to Seattle. We had main man for Way Out West was there currently
ABS is a joke.
in the in there in Seattle.
Who's in the building?
In the building for sure for the Wayans as well. Take us through this card and everything of that nature.
Yeah, so we get to the weigh-ins. Cool deal. Got to meet up with some members. LeRon Douglas's team. He got the win over Julian Erosa. Super cool gunslinger. He wins in his debut on the main card. But we get to the weigh-ins, cool ordeal, get the little T-shirt, whatever, get something to drink, a couple suds, sit down, watch the whole ordeal. Very nice. We were able to walk up and down. We took the passenger-only ferry. Was able to walk up and down kind of that strip of all the piers down in Seattle, right on the waterfront.
Yeah.
A lot of cool stuff what they've done downtown recently, and get into the new climate pledge, see the weigh-ins. Very cool. A lot of local guys was in the crowd. Right in front of us was Julian Erosa's family. That was very cool. Cool little things. Joaquin Buckley was there. He was looking for a member of Joe Pfeiffer's team, Sean Brady. He signed to fight him May 9th. Watch the whole weigh-ins. Incredible. Start leaving. My buddy goes, "Oh, I parked over here. Let's go this way." Start going this back way, and we're going up the escalator. And you can check this out on Dudes and Sports social medias. Um, but we're going up the escalator, and behind me, I hear some guy, and he's like, "Hey, where the fuck Sean Brady's ass at? Where's Sean Brady at? I got beat up Sean Brady." I'm like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" I turn around. It's Joaquin Buckley. So Joaquin Buckley's right there. I'm sitting there. I've got my suds in my hand. I'm like, "What the heck?" I turn around. I start the Snapchat video. I go, "Joaquin, I get a picture." He goes, "You already got the video rolling." He's on Instagram Live. He's yelling. He's looking for Sean Brady. He went to a bar in Federal Way. Wasn't able to make it out there. So we get outside the arena, and he goes, "My phone's about to die." Tried to give him the portable charger. He thought I was going to steal his information. I'm not that smart. Sorry, Joaquin. And then he gave it back. But cool thing seeing like UFC fight or whatever in downtown Seattle. Then we're walking towards the front of the arena, and we see Lance Gibson, and we go, "What up, Lance? Good luck tomorrow." And he won. He was born in Swedish Hospital. And then we see Marcin Tybura. So you can also check that out on Dudes and Sports social media. Got a selfie with Marcin Tybura. Cool. He's got a couple good wins, but bad loss today.
Yeah.
So we can go over the card. We got to the UFC event on Saturday. Very cool. Who did we see? DJ was in the building. Alex Pieta was in the building. Brandon Moreno was in the building. Obviously, the gunslinger team was in the building. We were able to catch up with those guys on Saturday. Just a bunch of cool things going on in and around Seattle. It was kind of a big deal. Like half of the Seahawks were there. JSN was at the weigh-ins too, and then he was also at the event. We can start it off. We started off with Alexa Thiana beating Bruna Brazil. A good fight to start off the card. Went to the cards. Unanimous decision. I think it was obvious at the end, but I mean, kind of an interesting fight. Not much going on. Then we had the Ricky Simone draw. Very interesting here. We were able to cash out on a couple of bets here, doing the local PvP stuff, and Ricky Simone draw. Very interesting, I think. I don't know. There was no points taken during the fight, so it's tough to give him a draw. But it was a good, well contested fight. I'll give him that. Um, but when Bruce announced that, that was pretty crazy. Navajo Sterling beats up Bruno Lopez. This one was pretty bad. Navajo Sterling should have been called much earlier. I feel like Keith Peterson let this one go on for quite a while. Um,
Uh-huh.
but Bruno Lopez was in there. I mean, he was. I guess he was making an attempt to cover up. I don't know, but he was getting smoked. Casey O'Neill gets a first round KO. I mean, pretty
Yeah.
crazy here. I mean, we just had a bunch of finishes right off the bat. Gabriel Fernandez, who's kind of been towards the top of the ranks when it comes to these women divisions. Casey O'Neill, 11-2. She's got a great start to her career. Only 28 years old. What are we looking at as far as this UFC career? I mean, starts off 5-0, 5-0, couple of losses due to submission. Now, after being the one of Santos and Gabriel Fernandez, she's poised to make another good run here, and that is Casey O'Neill. Tyrell Fortune over Mycene Tibura. I think it was a pretty obvious decision, but Bruce called out the wrong guy. He said Tibura won, and then they raised his hand, and then they called Fortune back in. So it was Fortune's debut. It was supposed to be Walter Walker. I kind of hoping for a Walter Walker heel hook. That would have been pretty cool. But instead, Tyrell Fortune win, which congratulations to him. He fights out of Arizona. And Mycene Tibura, best of luck to him in his future endeavors. I think he'll still be getting UFC fights. The heavyweight division needs the help, so he'll stick around. He'll probably be in the Apex or something next. But good match overall. There was definitely some chances for both those guys to finish the fight, but I mean, that's my best friend. Um,
Chase Hooper, man.
Lance Gibson Jr. beats Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper, I mean, oh my goodness, man, it just got kicked in the head. I don't know what you want to say here. Lance Gibson, craziest crowd turn ever when he announced he was from Swedish Hospital. So he obviously represents Canada. He's got the Canadian flag, fights out of Vancouver, BC, all this stuff. But he was talking after the fight, and he was like, "I was born in Swedish Hospital. This is my hometown." And everyone went from booing the Canadian to turning it around and be like, "Yeah, let's go." So that was pretty cool. Congrats to Lance. Chase Hooper, man, he's done a weight switch. He's a great grappler. I don't understand what's his problem in getting knocked out. Like he's just got to keep his hands up
Yeah.
and just don't get hit with that shit, man. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. It sucks that he keeps on getting hit with this shit.
Yeah.
Um, Tofik Musayev beats Ignacio Bahamundes. This did get fight of the night. Ignacio, I think, was winning this fight. At the end of the second round, Tafik was able to get the takedowns, and he was doing takedowns. Was able to really cut up Ignacio. I don't think it was really necessarily. Um, I don't know. He was just bleeding a bunch. I mean, it's tough to say, right?
Yeah.
It's all about damage at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? But it was a great fight. Vamos Ignacio. A bunch of Hispanics showed up for this fight at UFC. Then we got the quick one. Terrence McKinney, 24 seconds. They said 25 in the arena. They got to watch the whole fight and in slow mo. Kyle Nelson came out to a country song that was kind of cool. Terrence McKinney came out to some crazy BS, and yeah, good win by him.
Easy
He
knockout.
showed out. Didn't get the little
Fine.
performance of the night
Right.
bonus. He has 8 first round finishes. Crazy, crazy, crazy. He's fast as lightning,
Yeah.
man. And he fun fact, his high school wrestling coach was Michael Chiesa.
Nice.
So Terrence McKinney, cool win by him. That was fun. Was able to make a little bit of coin on that one, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Yusuri Beljurai versus Mansour Abdul Malik. Mansour Abdul Malik loss. That was kind of a crazy knee.
Yeah.
Trying to sneak one in there. Um, Mansour, man, I mean, this is his first loss. I thought for sure he was going to win this. But Belarusi, he's a tall mug, man. He's 6'6". He was
Yeah.
kind of way over him. He uses his range well, uses his body well. Excited to see what he will do next. 185 is a tough division, man. Then we move up to kind of the great thing. So Julian Rosa, hometown kid, He's going against LaRon Douglas, who fights out of the Cyborg camp in El Cajon, California. Uh, know a couple of guys from that camp, so it was kind of cool. Almost went to go hang out with them, but we were tired after the event, so we just went straight home, caught the boat and all that good jazz. But LaRon Douglas, I mean, holy smokes, he came out just guns a blazing. He is a fast fighter. He is a fun fighter. Maybe we'll see what we can do with him, possibly with this stuff. But oh my goodness, he's really fun. Just made his debut and gets the first round KO. So congrats
Good
to
win.
him. UFC Seattle, yeah, great win by him. Now, kind of the main event. So both these guys announced that they were retiring at the end of the fight. Michael Chiesa, local guy, a lot of shout outs to the Seahawks. Whole family was there basically. And gosh,
Can't
man,
let him get his back.
Nico Price. I mean, guy, it's like Nico. What did you
The
think he was
one
gonna do?
thing that you can't let him get, you just let him get and
Um,
choked his ass out. Like,
he's one of 4 fighters, Michael Chiesa, to have 20 plus UFC fights and never have a win by knockout. This motherfucker's like in the top UFC, not only submission but finishes, and this guy never knocked anybody out. He got pillow hands, but god dang, can he just
yeah,
grapple, man? I mean,
just like a
gosh,
spider monkey, just like sticks to you.
boom, 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 and oh, I could only imagine his grip strength. You know those fucking
Yeah,
things that they like do the thing. He'd probably break one of those
yeah.
Johns. Um, but we got Michael Chiesa, really cool at the end. He got a little teary eyed. Then Nico Price, they didn't give him anything. He waited for Michael Chiesa's whole thing, and then he left the arena. I actually have a video of him leaving the arena for the last time. He puts his gloves down and all that stuff. Cutman Tate was right in there with the scissors. As soon as Chiesa won, he was right in there cutting them things off. But yeah, pretty good there. Michael Chiesa, congratulations to him. Let's go Seahawks. Shout out his mom, shout out his dad, shout out all that. Moving on. Alexa Grasso. How fun
Wow,
was this that we got to see Alexa Grasso? Now, Macy Barber, man,
she got
like a few months
fucked.
ago, she had a seizure right
Yeah,
before her UFC fight, like 5 minutes before she was due to make the walk. She had a
yeah,
seizure.
yeah.
And
And then
Bart, man,
now
it looked like she almost had it again. I mean,
yeah,
you got to do some. I don't know what
she was
doctor
still
cleared
wrestling
her and
for
all that
10
stuff.
seconds, like when
Oh my,
it
well,
was
it was
over.
quick. They actually changed it from a submission to a KO. It was a KO.
Well, was she knocked
Um,
around, then like got on top and like cut her.
real quick. I
Yeah,
mean, Grasso was quick with it.
yeah.
If she was still conscious at the time,
She
I
was
think
definitely.
Grasso would have finished it right there,
Yeah,
for sure. But oh my gosh, Alexa. I mean,
best
how many
rose.
women get finishes like this?
Not very
Not
many.
not to be funny or anything, but like the women's divisions typically, like we were joking that like, oh, we got a lot of bathroom breaks built into the car, that's good and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And it was so funny. UFC event, and I'm sure most sporting events are like this and whatever, and I know we get the urinals and all that. Women's bathroom, not a fucking problem. There
So,
wasn't a line
yep.
once.
Yeah.
But men's,
Men's it was
like
out the
out the
door.
fucking line, like you're like, oh, let's just go to the next section over. That one's gonna
Nope.
be shorter.
Nope.
Never is. And oh, but Hispanics showed up. I said a thing in case dealt was pretty funny and correct. But yeah, Hispanics show up to the UFC stuff. Like it wasn't even. I would say that the most language being spoken was in Spanish. It was crazy. Um, but yeah, congrats to Alexa Grasso. We had uh, like I said, Pieta in the crowd. I think Diego Lopez was in her corner. So like we had a bunch of Hispanics, Brandon Moreno in the crowd as well. And then some point in between this, a lot of just weird things happened, right? Because you had the draw, and then you had Bruce saying the wrong name, and then you had the Chiesa Nico Price retirement, and then somewhere within that, DJ was like announced as like a Hall of
As a
Famer,
Hall of Famer,
but like
yeah.
they like showed him on the screen, and then like he left and he like ran away. Like his daughter was there, and I don't know, like his daughter's very young, so she was wearing like headphones and stuff. And I don't know, I know that's also like an auditory thing for like people with special needs and stuff. I'm not saying that I don't have no idea. But he left for some reason. He just started walking out of the building, and we were like trying to track him. He was on the far side of the arena, and we were like, "Where'd he go?" And then like they announced some stuff, and then like nothing really happened in the cage, and then they're like Hall of Famer, and like I mean, DJ's the greatest champion the UFC's ever had. Like, I
Yeah.
assumed he's been in the Hall of Fame for a while.
Right.
So I heard at the end, MMA Guru was mad at the fans that we didn't give him a standing O or something. But like, they're showing people in the crowd all fucking day. Like, they're showing the Seahawks in between all the fights, and they're showing Alex Pieta, and people are clapping and shit. I think the only standing O was when Izzy walked out. When
Probably.
Izzy
Yeah.
walked out, it was crazy. Like all of them, like right, the guy gets his song and the lights are on and stuff. Before Izzy walked out, and I'm not sure how much they showed on the broadcast. Are we good with Alexa? Do you add anything else about Alexa?
No, no, no. He's a good knockout.
Yeah, I mean Macy Bar, a fucking retire girl. Oh
Yeah,
my
be
gosh,
done.
like you be a coach or something. That was scary. But when Izzy walked out, man, entire stadium went black, and then the fucking green of the Nigerian flag with like some little decals in it and shit around like the little ribbons around the stadium. Then his music hits, and he had some crazy. Oh, who came out to? Was it Juliana Rosa? I think came out to fucking. No, it was Ricky Simone came out to the fucking Macklemore song.
Oh,
Um,
can't hold us. Thrift
yes,
store.
can't hold us. Yes, the fucking Mariner song. This is the moment.
Yeah.
Tonight is the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Nico Price came out to I'm Coming Home, and we
Yeah.
knew it was a
It's a
Michael Chiesa fight. And we're
song.
like, wait, is this Chiesa? And we're like, wait, what the fuck? And then it's like, oh, Nico's retired too. But apparently no one knew that. That was crazy. But then Izzy's song was like a crazy mix up. And then I think he had some stuff that was like Bruce Lee. He went to the Bruce Lee thing because Bruce Lee's buried in Seattle. Same with his son Brandon Lee. His son Brandon was born in Seattle. This was kind of like his hub in the States when he came over. Um, I mean, Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee, big weekend, right?
Yeah.
But Israel Adesanya, the music was going, and they showed like a little clip of him. And how many times this weekend did we hear, "You want to be a UFC fighter? Be Joe Piper. Be Joe Piper." Oh my gosh, when he won his thing. So wrap up of Joe Piper's weekend. Cheats on his wife, gets caught. She threatens to leave him. He beats Israel Adesanya. Says he was gonna kill himself a couple weeks ago, and then says he found Christ. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. Okay. Let's talk about the fight. So Izzy gets in there, and Izzy's throwing some stuff. Izzy's
looks
always
good.
gonna look athletic.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in the Sean O'Malley conversation right now, where we know he's not going to beat the champ, and he's even worse off now because he's not beating any of these guys. But he's on a 4-fight losing streak. He's getting close to Tony Ferg. I was saying
He's
before the
getting
fight that
done.
like we're either going to go at the end of this fight, we're either going to go, why the fuck did we think like Joe Piper could be in the same ring as Izzy, or we're going to be saying Izzy should have retired 2 years ago, and. I don't know. Did Strickland just take it out of him? I like.
He was getting up there anyways in age. I mean, he'll probably do. I've seen him do a few more. He'll probably retire like an Australia type of card or something like that, or whatever. Get him close to something like that. But I mean, he looks good. But like, yeah, once Pfeiffer got like around the legs and
Oh
started
my
taking him down, I
gosh,
mean, it was
he did
over.
not have a chance.
He didn't have
He had a
like, the only
couple
time,
good get ups.
yeah,
I mean, it
but
was
like,
he got into the second round.
yeah,
Like there was never like I didn't think it was over until like he started roll. Like he was like,
until he
oh,
got
I'm gonna
both of
get
his.
back mount, and then this, and you're
Yeah,
like, oh, he
once you
has
saw
no
him get
fucking
two
clue what
hook
he's doing.
when Pfeiffer got two hooks in and just start, you're just like,
Oh.
this is over. Like, there's no way Izzy is getting up off of this. Like, there's
And then
not
him
a chance.
kicking his legs.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Pfeiffer looks good for sure.
I don't know. It's like
You gotta beat the
he's got some
gatekeeper.
power.
You gotta beat the gatekeeper to make yourself a fruit title contention type fight to get you that one more before you can maybe consider a title opportunity. But he probably needs two more, I think. But still, it's a good way to put on your resume.
Pfeiffer or Izzy? Both.
Pfeiffer.
Okay.
Izzy's got to win a few more than that to even be in consideration, I think.
Well, if he gets like a good win, because they're not going to put him against a bullshitter.
No, I know.
I don't think. What about him versus Bo Nickel?
That'd be cool. Yeah, Pfeiffer's down there at 14.
Well, he's going to move up after this.
I know. I was just trying to see where Izzy was.
Dana's post-fight press conference was so funny. Oh my god.
Kersley, Lori Duncan, will they fighting next
We
week?
broke the
Izzy's
record again.
4. Yeah. I mean, Pfeiffer will
That's
go
what I'm saying.
up.
Piper's going to be up probably.
He might fight.
I don't know if he'll be
Ritter,
top 5. No.
Kyle Brow.
Okay, but there's kind of like a thing that you
Fluffy
do when you bring
Hernandez.
guys up. And you just can't put him against the same kind of guy where you're like,
Yeah.
okay, who's the last guy that's coming off a loss? You got to put him against a guy coming off a win. Caio Baraujo,
Yeah. He's 5.
Michael Morales, or he's at
Oh,
170.
he's 170. Fluffy, but he just lost. He's already got a next fight. Robert Whitaker, but that's
Oh
that's kind
God.
of the same
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. That'll be interesting for middleweight to see. You could put Whitaker versus Izzy, just for
Oh my God, old time's sake.
just for old time's sake.
Then bring Yoel Romero back too. I was wearing the Yoel Romero T-shirt. I actually got someone to say, "Hey, nice T-shirt." People pay pay-per-view for the real fight.
Money Moicano.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. This isn't in the Apex, is it?
It is.
Why the fuck would they put him in the Apex?
I don't know.
I can't wait to see what he says. He's gonna say some
Moicano.
bullshit. I love Moicano. Verna Jandaroba. I mean, oh my God, Tabitha Ricci. I'm surprised that this.
Tommy McMillan.
Ethan Ewing. Yeah, Tommy. Give him a shot. That should be fun. He's already made his debut, right?
Yeah, I think so.
No, that was his Contender Series fight, so he is making his debut.
That's his Contender Series. Gotcha.
Thomas Peterson.
Oh, no,
I mean, the heavyweight
night.
division.
Oh, no,
what are they going to do?
This week, yeah.
Azamat Bakoyev. I mean, God, Trace Young.
There's some good fights in this card for sure.
I mean,
it's an Apex card though for sure. Hey,
why would you put Moicano? Is he not the level to be like? Why can he be
card? Like,
right and like just be on the undercard of that, or like feature
or
prelim, or even why like
first fight of the main card is where he deserves to be.
Even at the Seattle card, this Seattle card was pretty good. I think the Michael Chiesa thing was like a little, especially because they didn't give Nico Price his flowers for the hall.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah, that does it for me.
Yeah, I really don't have much else.
I mean, I've had a long weekend, guys.
I know, that's what I'm kind of like, too. I'm like, let's kind of make this kind of a quicker one. We'll get into it. We'll put some stuff out there if Isaiah's going to come on or not. He said he would. I'll double check with him in the end, or, early this week, so we can get that prepped and prepared. If that's going to be a thing, that'll be cool to talk to him about Iowa season and everything of that nature. Final Four this weekend. Be good. NBA playoffs starting up here soon. NHL too, if anybody's interested in that. We might do a little coverage on those things because we're going to start running into just a baseball season.
Hey, officially official, and I swear to God, this is the longest fucking thing of my life. Supersonics are coming back, right?
Yes, official.
Like, so wait, like,
they'll do an expansion draft here.
What's the difference between a couple days ago and now?
So what it was a couple days ago is they'd already picked for when they were going to vote for expansion where they were already going. So it wasn't official that now the league is actually going to expand. So they were voting on what city would be the host if it expanded. That vote was, are they actually going to expand the NBA? And they are actually expanding the NBA.
So they already said it's going to be Vegas and Seattle.
Correct.
Now they're like, all right, are we going to do it?
Now we're actually going to go to 32 teams. And there'll be an expansion draft.
And that's not, this isn't next season.
It's
not even the season after that.
I think it's 2 or 3 years.
It's the next one.
Yeah. They'll give teams some time, I think.
When do you think the expansion draft would be? I mean, obviously it'd be after the off season.
Yeah,
I mean,
if they're thinking the teams will play, let's see, 27, 28. If they're playing the 28-29 season, it would be probably, let's see, drafts in April.
July of 28.
So July,
right?
Yeah, something around there. It'd be in the summertime. Yeah, right around that G League or the summer league and stuff like that's when that would be, because then you would have to get people the opportunity to have summer to get their teams together and figure out who they actually have and who they don't have now because of that expansion draft. You got to give teams an opportunity to
deal with that.
Yeah.
And then how does that work with them in the lottery? Like, I would assume they would get like close to the top odds.
I have no idea. That's a good question. I have no idea. I don't know if they get automatically in the lottery or if they don't. I actually think they aren't in the draft for the 28 year. They have to play one full season through. So I think that's why the expansion draft would probably be after that draft, because the draft's like in April or May or whatever. I think it's actually in like June, I think. And then,
well, is it? Yeah, because they do it so quick, the turnaround.
Yeah, Well, I think they don't get to do that draft, and then after their first full season, I think they're actually officially in the draft.
What we know about the timeline. What's next for NBA expansion? 7 free. Okay, so we don't even know who's going to own these teams. So that's kind of the
No, we
next
just
thing.
know that there's just gonna be teams there.
We'll wait a few years. Some owners remain hesitant on selling their shares to make the equity to go to 1 out of 132. Expansion draft. When an expansion team selects a player, it is able to waive the contracts of the player without them counting against the cap. 2004, the other 29 teams are allowed to protect 8 players, including on their own restricted free agent. 2004 with Charlotte Bobcats, blah, blah, blah. This it gives me absolutely no
Yeah,
fucking
I don't think
information.
I don't think there's really hardly any information out yet. I think it's just been decided that
I
they're
mean, okay, so
gonna
like,
expand it.
yeah, in these jersey, like we don't even have an
We
owner
don't know. We
yet.
don't have an owner. We
It's
don't have
gonna be the
anything.
Supersonics. Do we
Yeah.
know what the Vegas team is gonna be?
No, we don't.
Are
It's
they gonna
just
give that to
Vegas.
LeBron?
I have no idea. That would be funny. I have no clue. I have no clue who will be any of these owners or anything. The information. I just know that they're gonna have two teams there at some point. I just don't know what that timeline looks
You know,
like.
Bronny's not. He's not a bad basketball
No,
player.
he is. It's just he's not the level of caliber that people think. But like he played really well in the G League. I mean, he maybe just
Like,
needs a
what
little
the
bit
fuck do you
longer.
want him to be? The greatest player of
Well,
all
that's what the
time? Like, wait,
expectation is because he's a James. What are you talking about? That's what everybody expects out of him. Well,
he's 6'2".
I know.
He's not even the same
I know.
player.
I know. I totally agree.
Has there
but
ever
that's
been a
the
guy
people-
who's 6'2" on an all-time list? Ever?
Probably not. Probably not.
Never.
Kyrie. Well, Kyrie. How tall
What?
is Kyrie? I don't know how tall
6'1"?
Kyrie is.
6'1", but that's what I'm saying. Is like, what all-time list is he on? All-time chokers? Like, come on, I'm the #1 Kyrie fan in the world. What all-time list?
I don't know.
I mean, Curry's 6'3", and like he's only a
But
like
he
that's like his whole
shoots the
thing.
ball.
Is like
Yeah, well,
like
he's not gonna
he
miss. I
beat the
mean,
fucking
you could
thing.
be 6'3" when you throw everything
Even
up and it goes
Stockton,
in.
like does Stockton, like he's like top 50, but he's like no one's top starting 5 has Stockton in it. They always like put Kobe, Mike, and Braun on the same
Yeah.
team, and then they pick 2 bigs.
Nah, big two big guys. I don't know.
I mean,
I
maybe
don't know
Curry.
what would be that height. That's really hard to do.
John Wall, Derrick Rose, like who are we talking
I
about?
mean, Derrick Rose,
John
you
Starks?
can't say because you never know because of the whole injury.
Right? All these guys.
Yeah.
So like Bronny being 6'2" and a good point guard is like fucking
Well,
awesome.
he could find his way back onto the NBA roster and play
Honestly,
some.
he's probably
and
too much of a.
Who's a
let's
better
talk about
basketball
Mac.
player? Yeah, so who's
Mac
better
is-
basketball, Mac or Mac or
Oh,
Bronny
for
James?
sure, Bronny. Bronny's definitely a better player, for sure. But he's the all-time leading scorer in the G League. Congrats.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
This is
still
a cool
those
thing.
guys are
I mean, that motherfucker's done everything but like just stay on a team all
Yep.
season. Like he's like the
Can't
best,
quite stay
not
on the
best.
roster. He's like he's like he is
He's a
that
quad- he's
gatekeeper.
a quadruple A
he's
player.
the gatekeeper of
This
the
happens
NBA
in
and the G
MLB all the
League.
time.
He's the guy.
He's Jared Kelnick.
Yeah, he's
he's
he's just there, man. He's just there. Yeah. Well, we end the pod there. That's cool. I'm good with that. Kind of a short pod. We'll have to push some more stuff in, especially once college basketball's over here. The dudes are definitely looking forward to next year, but we'll be watching the Final Four for sure. Baseball season's rolling. Maybe if we're out west, what's your final words to the people?
That's it. Support sport when it's in your city. I mean, come on, guys. It's not like it's that big of a deal. Go out there, support the squads. Baseball season, excited. Oh my God, so freezing cold. I can't even believe like they could see their breath out there. It was crazy. I could not play baseball like that, man. It was flipping freezing. Everyone's wearing turtlenecks and stuff. Um, but good time. Gonna get into the kind of the whole thing of it. I mean, hopefully this weather turns pretty quick, and then we'll get into spring and start. I mean, just hanging out, right? I mean, let's get into it. I'm excited. We're gonna get outside. We're gonna start running. We're gonna start jumping. We're gonna start frolicking, skipping out in the daisies, out in the fields. So let's get rocking and rolling. Like, donate, subscribe, donate via super chat, maybe some cool things. Maybe we'll start streaming on things other than YouTube. We'll figure it out. But follow us on Instagram, follow us on X, hang out with us, just share with your buddies, and we'll see you guys next week.
This has been the Dudes of Sports Podcast. We are live 9:30 Central, 7:30 for you West Coasters, and we'll see you